Agape Souls Shoutique. High-end boutique looks and quality with affordable pricing. Located at 6025 Martin Luther King Street South in St. Pete. Choose from our amazing selection of stylish, fashion-forward heels, wedges, boots, children's shoes, accessories, and much more. You can shop now and pay later, interest-free with Afterpay. Subscribe to our website and get huge savings on our latest products at AgapeSoulShoutique.com. For more information, call 727-379-1318. Come give your feet the royal treatment and check us out at Agape Soul Shoutique today.
No more backwards thinking. Time for thinking ahead. Welcome to the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club. I'm your brother John.
I am Mr. Edmund.
Hey, and this program is being brought to you as part of the New Image Project of the Community Development and Training Center, aka See That.
See that.
See That. And we like to thank y'all for tuning in, helping us to redefine what's cool. What's good, y'all? What's good, man?
Oh man, the work is good.
It really is. It really is. It really is.
The weather good.
Yeah, we in Florida, man. We in paradise.
Big shouts out to Renee Edwards. I see you. Good morning.
Yes, always
tag a friend. Tell them to get in.
Always on. And she doing like some amazing work, man.
Oh man,
epic work. I see the tags. I see tweet tagging. She doing her thing this morning. Thank you for tuning in.
What's up?
Tagging Kiss. Get on up, Kiss. Come on in.
22nd and Tech. Big shouts out to Tweet.
Yeah,
and my sister doing a thing.
Ed, you been tagged. Nicole Cooper, you been tagged. Trina Perry, you've been tagged, man. Come on, y'all join the broadcast. So man, a lot happening this week. So when you say the work is good, this was something I wanted to ask you. What are you working on?
Oh man, I don't even know where to start.
Start at the beginning, man.
I don't know where to begin at. I wouldn't know where to start. Well, we working. I'm part of the USF study team.
Okay.
For the systematic racism study that's going on here in St. Pete.
Right.
President of the Urban League Young Professionals. Shout out to the YPs. Y'all need to join.
Yeah.
Get with us.
Yeah.
Get with a bunch of professionals.
Young professionals.
And grow your network.
How about that? Young professionals.
Yes, young professionals.
Good morning, Coach D. I see you listening from Mississippi, huh?
Also got the Florida Rising going on, organized in Clearwater. Big shouts out to Clearwater. Doing their thing. I was just out there with Renee at the Saturday morning shop.
Okay.
Giving away swag.
No doubt.
Yeah.
No doubt.
Yep. And then
spreading the word.
Yeah. Then we got Agent X2 coming out. The Quarantine, the movie.
Agent X, the movie. Quarantine.
Yes. AX2 Quarantine. It will be coming to you real soon. Stay looking out for it. Go like the page. Agent X, the movie series on Facebook.
I love that, man. Yeah. So you're doing some real work, man. Real work. The racism study, huh?
Yes, the structural racism study. Like a lot of people say, we ain't got to study. Y'all know what's going on. But
Darius, good morning. I see Darius in here.
D, what's up?
Shout out to the Spill.
That's real. Shout out to the whole Power Plug Radio family.
No doubt.
Doing a thing.
Yeah, and so you said there was some conversations around the United Nations in this whole racism study.
So what was going on was that the United Nations was doing a study at the exact same time.
Okay.
And the findings were almost identical. Our recommendations that we presented to the city of St. Pete were similar or almost identical to what the United Nations submitted to the world. Yeah, that's the business.
Yeah, that feel good. So right here in little old St. Pete, huh?
Yeah. We can change the world from here.
Yeah, no doubt, man. And go figure. It started around MLK, huh?
Yeah, go figure, man.
Yeah,
2018 MLK.
Yeah.
It was the big lockdown. They locked down all the streets,
right,
all around South St. Pete.
Yeah, you know it.
And then the people came out that next Thursday, like in 100, 200 deep.
Yeah.
Some people told me they was the most black people they seen inside of City Hall to speak.
Really?
They say usually when we come, we usually stand outside on the steps.
Okay, gotcha. But not coming in there to actually speak.
Go in and speak.
Yeah.
So we filled the whole city hall, upstairs, downstairs.
Yep.
It was packed in there.
Yeah. And people came and said their piece, man. And a lot of
it was for the record.
Yeah, for the record. Yeah, for the record. How about
that was Brother John for the record, y'all.
For the record.
y'all got all this here to say. Put it on.
Come put it on the record.
Yeah. And you know the people did.
Yeah.
And then the work continued for the last 4-5 years.
Right.
Around it. Big shouts out to Nikki K Park.
Yeah, because she kept it going too, man.
Yeah, Ruth May, the whole team. It was, I was a reluctant member.
Yeah, Jonah. You the Jonah of the bunch.
Yeah, I was reluctant because I studied what we already know.
Yeah.
So I looked at it as a stall tactic.
Right.
But after consulting with my mentors,
yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Don't stand on the table, sit at the table.
Come on, man. Until such time is required for you to stand on the table.
Stand on the table, we'll flip the table. We got all the cards in the playbook still.
But start with a seat. Yeah,
have a seat.
Have a seat first, and then see how it's going, man. All right, so today's question is what's on your mind Wednesday, y'all. So please give us a call if you got something on your mind, something that you're thinking about. 727-637-2416. The what's on your mind question that I have here, and it's in the context of Will Smith, Chris Rock, the Oscars, and that whole thing, right? Mm-hmm. And I did a non-scientific survey, a non-scientific poll.
Yeah, that was a what you think. what you think poll.
I did a what you think poll
from yourbrotherjohn.com.
From yourbrotherjohn.com. So the what you think poll, the question that we posted was Will Smith, right or wrong? Easy question, right? Will Smith, right or wrong? So the responses that we got about 70 people that replied.
That's a nice.
That's a nice one.
I mean,
is it statistically relevant?
No, but
because I learned that doing this canvassing, you gotta have
it's a good sample.
It's a good sample. Okay, so 70 people responded. 24 people said that he was right. Mm-hmm. 40 people said he was wrong.
Okay.
And 6% said both. They were kind of in between. So
well, I'm gonna add my vote. I ain't judging. I'm not saying who was right or wrong.
Okay.
Who am I to say?
Who am I to say?
Who am I to say who was right or wrong?
Yeah. But it gave me this thing, right? So when I saw 24% said he was right, 24 people, which was 34%. 34% said he was right.
He got a third of the people on his side.
A third of the people said he was right. And then you had almost 2/3. Well, not quite. 57% said that he was wrong, and I was actually surprised by that. Because most people I guess maybe that was the early responders.
No, that's a public. You should have did it anonymous.
Okay,
then you would have got a good.
Okay, then you can get and see what people really are on this thing. Mm-hmm. But it led me to this question, y'all. Help me with this. It said, who cares about celebrities who have their own issues? People care. And so here's the thing.
We do Peacock. That's why we watch.
Yeah, we watch. Absolutely. And so there are people who care about celebrities. And so the question that came to me after this, just watching this, right, was, is violence ever an acceptable response to disrespect?
I mean, I think every situation and scenario is different.
Okay.
So it's hard to just put a yes or no, because sometimes it's gray areas.
Okay.
And I think that's what this situation fell into, that gray area.
Right. And that's why you got that, because I thought it was going to be closer split, but it seemed like more said wrong. And the ones who said wrong was more about the manner. It was about the time and the place.
He was at the awesome. But you know where it go down, That's
where you do it at, where you show out. That's what
they say. Some people, I heard people say they should have took it backstage. And it's too messy. Yeah, I can't even formulate a clear opinion.
Right.
Of the mess.
Yeah, and again, the broader picture, because that was the other part of the conversation was around the violence and black on black violence and people violence. Hold on, like the war in Ukraine and Russia ain't white on white violence, right?
It's the most dangerous violence known to man.
That's white on white violence over there in Ukraine.
But they definitely have a point, because these are successful people,
right?
And we look up to our successful people with admiration and disdain. Yeah, you know what I mean. So, but at the end of the day, hey man, it is what it is. We got to move on. Don't you know they just had a federal thing about lynching?
Yeah, I did. I saw that.
You see what I'm saying? It's stuff going on. It's bills being signed.
Yep.
So my biggest thing was, what are we being distracted from?
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Because don't get me wrong, you know, two very powerful black men getting into a physical altercation is something, you know, to talk about.
Yeah.
But it ruled my timeline.
Oh yeah.
If you on Facebook, did you see all the posts?
Oh yeah, it was
A
just
full stream.
Yeah.
I had to detox.
Yeah. Had to take a break and just kind of change the
And it was all over the place. Some people with it, some people weren't with it. You know, it was all over the place.
Yeah, everybody has, you know, not everybody, but a lot of people had something to say. It was a pretty big deal, man. And like I said, just kind of lifting up the broader issue. If we had to, you know, do the high flyover, because I agree that, you know, it's other things going on in the world. And so with this
Big thing,
with this dominating the whole news cycle, I don't think that's, you know, just. And I don't think we doing the proper public service by giving it, you know what I'm saying?
By being so distracted.
Yeah.
And we easily distracted.
And I won't say distracted. I just say caught up in it, man. So like you kind of caught up in
but
that
ain't
in that
a
moment.
Distraction like a smoke screen.
I mean, look, if it brings some awareness to some issues, if it brings some highlights to,
if you can learn from it,
yeah, if you can learn from it, if you can have some conversations that you wouldn't have normally had, you know what I'm saying?
I can see that.
Right. Like let's talk about it. You know, here's some things we can talk about. Here's some conversations that can be brought about as a result of it. One of those conversations is conflict resolution.
Ooh,
you know what I'm saying?
D say, I hate the incident took away from a black man, Will Packer producing the Oscars.
Yes,
black women hosting. Samuel L. Jackson winning an Oscar. Yes, it did kind of overshadow, but I'm gonna say Will Packer put a stand-up production together.
Right.
It was crisp, it was clean, it was fresh, it was funny.
Yeah.
I'm talking about minus the incident, you know what I mean?
Right. Yeah, and I see look, smoke screen.
I told you it's smoke screen, man. You looking over there, you don't see it coming in, wham, it's already your reality before you know it.
Real talk, man. Real talk.
Whatever it may be, because like I say, I don't know what it is, but it's something you can bet your booty.
Yeah, that is something that
something
when you paying attention to that, you're not paying attention to some other things. Now here's a post that I shared. Actually, I appreciated as well, because it was talking about how, you know, everybody has us distracted, or Hollywood. Excuse me, it actually said Hollywood has everybody distracted. But those who are doing the work, right? Will Smith slapping Chris Rock
didn't stop the work.
Didn't stop work.
So I would say this here.
Right?
I think I'm a work doer.
Yeah.
And I would honestly say it didn't, but it did. It did get some time from the timeline.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Forced or allowed.
Okay.
It did. You know, it did, because it's a room, and the room was full.
Right.
Of that at that time. So it took up some space.
Okay.
It definitely took up space, but I know the work ain't stopped.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like
when
we talk about being distracted and what it's distracting you from, like, you know what I mean? It's a lot of people who like into that, and they really pay attention to that stuff all the time anyway. And so it wasn't necessarily a distraction, it was just another thing. But then you got people who don't pay attention to it.
That is a part of the distraction. People pay attention to it every day.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Because it is really like a sanction or allowed voyeurism. It's allowed. You know what I'm saying? If you just watch me and be all in my business, that ain't allowed. You get what I'm saying? But if I can watch the celebrities and be all up in their business, it's allowed. It's like a sanctioned voyeurism. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And it's addictive.
And it's a whole like industry dedicated to it. Like you got like Page Six, Shade Room, all these TMZ,
big money.
You know what I mean? All of these different outlets are dedicated to, you know, voyeurism. I guess
watching the stars. That's what they call it.
Watching the stars.
That's what they call it.
You watch the stars. That's why they call them stars, because everybody watching.
Yeah, that's dope.
That's it.
That's dope.
That's it.
Yeah, they signed up for it.
Yeah, D said Chris Rock is profiting from the situation.
Yeah, they say he went from $40 a ticket to $400.
Slap me then.
Times 10. No, don't slap me. Absolutely not.
I wish you don't.
We're gonna be up there tussling. We gonna be up there tussling. Y'all gonna say it was bad for the culture.
It was bad for the culture.
We're gonna be up there fighting.
It's gonna be a whole tussle.
Holding somebody ain't with me, boy, it might be ugly up in there.
So it's what's on your mind Wednesday. Caller, you're on the air.
Hey man, I like where the brother was going at with it. Allow me to reintroduce myself. Hey, what the business is, y'all, man? Reno Moore, man. Tampa Bay Breakfast Club, man.
Shout
Caller
out.
number one.
What it is? Caller number one.
Hey, man, I agree with Charles Soprano, man. And you got to sit in it, brother John. You know what I'm saying? You got to sit in it because he's absolutely right. The cycle don't stop. It just caught our attention.
Yeah.
It's an ongoing cycle of distractions. It just caught our attention and it distracted us.
Okay.
But because we don't be, you know what I'm saying? We ain't in that world all the time. We're articulating the distraction.
Okay.
And that's, you know what I'm saying? And that's why I was saying smoke screen.
Okay.
Because we don't.
Yeah.
We literally, we brag about how we did a whole show and didn't even mention the Super Bowl on Super Bowl Sunday 2 years ago.
I remember.
You know, but this right here caught us. And it's all good, though.
Yeah.
You know
I mean, it's Will Smith slapping Chris Rock at the Oscars. It's going to get your attention. Come on. So,
it worked. And they knew that, though.
Yeah.
They knew that.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
They know their subject. You know what I'm saying? And when we say that we're easily distracted, someone else knows that.
Yes, sir. I appreciate it, man. And so
hey, no problem, man. Y'all still call in like Reno doing, man. Stop playing, man. Number one show in the Tampa Bay area, man. Holla back.
Hey, man. Appreciate you, big bro.
Appreciate you, bro.
Yes, sir.
727-637-2416. What's on your mind? All right, and so we want to also give a shout out and a plug, man. So the 6th anniversary celebration and fundraiser is this Saturday, April 2nd, from 12 p.m. to 8 p.m. It's live and virtual event. It's the 99 Jams anniversary celebration. It's going to feature local and international artists hosted by Shauna B. There'll be a 50-50 raffle, refreshments, entertainment, vendors, and more. Come on over, y'all, to 3521 5th Avenue North, St. Petersburg, followed by an awards banquet at the Manhattan Casino, 642 22nd Street South. And we're asking for donations, man. So it's our annual fundraiser and anniversary celebration. If you like to give, if you like to donate, man, you can go to www.99jamstheberg.com and actually give your contribution, man.
That's what's up.
The dad of the teen who fell from the ride says his son death. Said he learned about his son's death from the video. You seen that? The guy.
No, I didn't see the video.
Yeah, I didn't either.
It was going around. The video was going around actually a day or two before the Oscars.
Okay,
so it's
okay.
like we've been double distracted.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? It's a lot.
Good morning, sweetie. My wife.
Yep. So
Lisa, I see you. Good morning.
It was flying down, and they say he fell out though.
Out of the and I saw I didn't see the whole video. I just saw like some of the news articles.
Yeah, I seen the picture
when he came down, and I guess it stopped, and he kept going. Man, it was a horrible incident.
Bad, bro.
Horrible. And then it says the father of the 14-year-old boy. Talk about black dads, right?
Standing up in the paint.
Yeah, standing up in the paint. It's what's on your mind Wednesday, y'all. So bear with us.
The black dad of the young man that was killed on the amusement ride.
Right.
And this to me was kind of eerie because actually like a day or two before that incident, me and my son was on like that same exact ride.
Oh, wow.
In a different location.
Okay.
See, that was the biggest one in the world, but they have smaller ones of that same type.
Right.
Yeah, man.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're gonna come back to a caller. What you on there? What's on your mind?
So what's on my mind is we don't really follow stuff like this right here too much.
Joking,
so
yeah.
we deal with word of mouth. And word of mouth came to me last night, man. The little young jitterbug, y'all, he was too big for every ride, y'all.
Okay.
And why did this man tell him that he can fit on his ride, even though the boy say he didn't think that he could fit on the ride, y'all?
Wow.
You see what I'm saying?
And you say he was too big.
Serious.
You say he was too big for the other
For
ride.
every ride that night, y'all, he with his homies, man. And then this one Joe Schmo says, "Oh yeah, you can fit on it." And he's like, "Are you sure?" He was so unsure. They say, "Hey, go word of mouth now." And it's all in the video that we just don't watch.
Yeah.
We can hear everything I'm saying right now. We just don't watch it. Then they say Jitterbug, say, man, hey man, to his friends, man, tell my mama and daddy I love them. Whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah. So he kind of he felt it, knew it, but yeah.
He fell for it because he wanted to ride rides all night with his friends. So he actually fell for it, being that he kind of knew that he was too big. He just still wanted to ride the rides, y'all.
Okay. And
being told, no, you too big all night long. And then the last ride of the night, dog, the man tell the man he can get on, man. And he believed him, even though he still didn't really believe that man. And I would not watch somebody fall to their death like that no more. I ain't 19.
Yeah.
So that's what that was with that story, though, y'all, man.
Okay.
Jitterbug was told no all night long, man.
Wow. And then eventually got the
And
yes.
then was told yes by a real sucker, man. That's not the views of 99 Jams. These are the views of the caller number 2 and number 1. Reno Moore, man.
No doubt.
I fall back, man. Love y'all.
Love you too. Yeah, and it's like what Derek said, what an intensive way to find out your son died, because that's exactly what happened. He said the father of the 14-year-old boy who fell to his death from an Orlando amusement park ride said he only found out about the tragedy when he saw the video of the horrific incident online. Yarnell Sampson said he was stunned to watch footage on social media of his son, Tyree, plummeting from the free fall ride at Icon Park. It was about halfway down from its 430-foot descent on Thursday. He said, I felt like somebody hit me so hard in my stomach. I just lost. I lost wind, he said. And the pain behind it could never be taken away. And sorry's not going to take it back. No money, no nothing in the world to replace this young man. It's just sad. A young man's bright future was taken away from him over a ride at an amusement park. And the horrific video shows the boy slipping out of the harness and falling to the ground, man. So,
yeah, I really feel for the family.
Yeah, that's
of the young man. Pop, like you say, ain't nothing gonna really bring that back,
right?
And you know, the mom, I just, you know, it's them people hurting right now.
Yeah, man.
And like you say, he's seen it on TV.
That is,
I mean, on the phone or something.
Yeah, and that's the other thing with like these viral videos, right? Like these people have people. You see what I'm saying? Like we talked about it when we was talking about COVID and the numbers. People got people. And so when you posting a video of somebody losing their life, right? And you doing it for whatever reason, and in most cases it's one of them we finna go viral, you know, type things. Because like you're not posting this for the public good per se, like, oh yeah, people need to see this and they need to know what's happening. The motivation is not usually informing the public on what's going on and et cetera, et cetera. It's for what they call it, clout, right? Or you doing it to get you and now you posting somebody's death and not realizing that this man family haven't been notified, nobody told him, you know, what's going on. Like it just kind of, when I saw that he found out about it, it just made me wonder how many other incidents where people are finding out about things online now. Whereas,
I've been hearing it.
Yeah,
it's not even like I've been hearing it.
Yeah, well,
people find out online.
You finding out online
about something tragic.
Yeah. Where it's like in the paper, they'll even tell you, you know, when they break in the story. We haven't released the names of the individual yet because the family hasn't been notified.
That's what he's saying.
Yeah. And
that's exactly the point he makes.
Yeah, like
that he didn't find out until he's seen it. It's already posted.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I don't know if he's talking about media, news outlets, or you know what I mean?
People
were sharing it.
People sharing the video.
Because I was seeing people, I was reading posts with people talking about why y'all sharing that video and woo.
Yeah.
I ain't know what they was talking about. I still ain't see it because like my algorithm. It didn't come up on my timeline, not the video. Yeah, I'm with you. I can get the video on mine. Some people algorithm different.
Yeah,
because of the people they talk to and whatever
stuff they like, stuff they seeing. Yeah. Because it didn't come up on my timeline. I'm actually kind of glad.
You didn't see them talking about it?
Yeah, I just my wife actually. You know, she my news person, and she keep me up on what be going on. And her and my daughter were telling me about it. Matter of fact, she said that's some trauma to see that. I saw the whole video at work from this girl's phone. Yeah, and seeing that whole video, man, like that mess with you. Like it's so much that we ingesting. We talk about you are what you eat, man. It's so much that's coming at us that we taking in, man, and it really got me rethinking a lot of this stuff. So again, prayers to that family. I think they said they got Ben Crump. You know, Ben Crump be on every set, and so I think Ben Crump and I
think he's serving a need.
Yeah. And so they have. I think he's like maybe connecting them to like the personal injury attorneys and others who may want to support the family. You know, doing this, man. So other things, man. Going into and this, I guess, kind of under the criminal justice headline. Representative and politics, right? Representative Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez on Tuesday called on Justice AOC. Yep, AOC on Tuesday called on Justice Clarence Thomas to resign or face impeachment for what she depicted as a pattern of ethical breaches.
So she may have a point, but I think it hurts us to keep going down this impeachment road.
Okay.
So
because I kind of
understand what the story is, and
okay,
it is kind of something.
Yeah, something to it. But
yeah.
All right, for those who don't know, let me give you the story real quick. So it says Clarence Thomas. This is a tweet. Clarence Thomas should resign. She tweeted, if not, his failure to disclose income from right-wing organizations, recuse himself from matters involving his wife, and his vote to block the January 6th commission from key information must be investigated and could serve as grounds for impeachment. AOC is just the latest in a series of Democratic lawmakers and legal experts to intensify ethical scrutiny of Thomas in the wake of explosive reports last week that exposed his wife's aggressive efforts to help overturn former President Trump's electoral defeat. Those revelations raised fresh questions about the justice's refusal to step aside from related cases before the Supreme Court, including at least 10 rulings concerning the 2020 presidential election without any indication of him recusing himself. The ruling that has drawn the sharpest criticism came in January when Thomas was the only justice who dissented in an 8-1 ruling that cleared the way for House investigations probing the January 6th investigation, insurrection to obtain Trump-era White House records. So they're saying his wife in knee deep and he should recuse himself.
So yeah, AOC, right? You got to apply whatever pressure necessary,
right?
Because it's like that was big. January 6th was big.
Oh yeah,
and if they got them doing that, woo.
Yeah. Yeah,
they was in on it.
That's what he said. It said, hold on, let me see. His vote renewed attention last week after it was reported in the aftermath. Thomas's wife, Virginia Thomas, she exchanged dozens of text messages with then White House Chief of Staff Mark Meadows that appeared to show her strategizing over how to Wait, let me back up. She exchanged dozens of text messages with then White House Chief of Staff Mark Meadows that appeared to show her strategizing over how to bypass the will of American voters to install Trump for a second White House term, despite his loss to President Biden, an outcome she described as obvious fraud and the greatest heist of our history. So she was on the Stop the Steal bandwagon, basically, feeling like the election was fraud. She bought into the idea that the numbers was rigged and all of that narrative that they was painting for their base that most people didn't go along with, but it appears that a lot of people did. And so she was on the Stop the Steal thing, and she was like really strategizing on how to do it. And
they had more than a strategy. They had intent, probable cause.
Yeah, it absolutely was. What'd you say? Bigger than big?
Yeah,
it was bigger than big, and his wife is kind of caught up in the mix of that, man. That's unfortunate, and they're calling for him to resign.
We need a new justice.
Yeah,
I would say that
we need to replace this justice.
All
right. So other headlines. I saw this one. Cousins, this is another one of these tragedies, boy. I tell you, man, y'all call in and help lighten this thing up this morning. 727-637-2416. Give us a call. We already had caller 1 and 2. Be caller number 3. Look, and then says Cousins 12 and 14 die from accidental gunshots while making an Instagram video.
Locally?
No, St. Louis. Thank God, but I mean, not thank God, but just it hit different when you know people. 2 young cousins in St. Louis have died from what their family is describing as a freak accident that was broadcast live on Instagram. According to a local reporting outlet, 12-year-old Paris Harvey and 14-year-old boy Karan Harvey were shot dead while they were playing with the gun in the couple's station loft apartments.
Yeah, I heard about this. Thank you. Lighten up the load.
Yeah, lighten it up, y'all.
Because I heard about this story. It was definitely sad about the young boy and the little girl. Hello.
All right, caller, you on the air. What's on your mind?
Caller number 3.
Caller number 3. I knew.
Caller number 3.
How did I know you was gonna be caller number 3?
He sound like a dude in that movie.
It's me, baby.
So, man, I had an appointment that ran late last night in Pasco County, man. Big shout out to the people who hit your brother up there. But I got that information about that story too, man. I refuse to look at the video once again.
The Instagram
man, but look here, man. Man, look here, man. The little girl is telling her little cousin, ain't nothing in it. And while she said in, bang, hair trigger, man.
Wow.
Within 2 seconds, man, she put that thing in her face, man, and get up out of there too, man.
Wow.
Come on, y'all.
So she's saying ain't nothing in the gun, and as she's saying
ain't nothing there. She can't even get gun out here. She couldn't even get gun out.
Wow.
She ain't nothing there.
Oh man.
God, her stuff like right after.
Yeah, that's what it's saying. It's saying that according to Shanice Harvey, the 12-year-old's mother, she allowed her daughter to attend the gathering of area kin to celebrate different birthdays. It's saying Paris, this is the mom story, Paris dropped,
Gotcha.
She said she dropped the gun. Paris dropped the gun and it fell and it went off to my knowledge, she continued. And then when she picked it up by the barrel and it went off. That's all I know. It was not a suicide. It was just a freak accident. And the reason she's saying it's not a suicide is because I guess they were painting the police. They called it a murder suicide is when they came. So it says Harvey's account contrasts with police who have called the tragic incident a murder suicide.
I tell you what, the video, like she showed me the still photo. I saw the still photo of that young child in that ride. I would not watch the video. But someone's like, no, Reno, it's just the picture. So I looked at the picture. You can see, like, on those rides that take you up real high like that thing that they pull down, it goes between our legs and locks in firmly. That thing was at the top part of that boy's stomach. He should not have been on there. Yeah. That still photo of the murder suicide that I saw, right? It's an accident suicide. But that gun was to that boy's head.
Wow. So it's an accident.
So this may be 2 different incidents, but I seriously doubt it.
Okay.
And it's very unfortunate. But that little girl put that gun to her cousin's head, man, and as she was telling him that it ain't nothing in there, it was in there.
Oh,
and
man.
So
wow.
Yeah.
And the grieving mother, she shared that Karan Harvey, that was her nephew, and her godson, a teenager that was celebrating his 14th birthday. Harvey added that she did not attend the party, according to the report. Neither did Karan's mother. Police are still investigating who the gun belonged to and how the children gained access to it. Harvey said that she didn't know who owned it or how the cousins found it. But yeah, it's another sad story, man. The number, y'all.
I'll be back, man.
Appreciate it. Yeah, that's what's going on, man. So when we talk about gun violence and playing with guns and Second Amendment and all of that stuff, that kind of adds another fuel to that fire, right? Or are people talking about it now? People talking about gun control, or are we still talking about Will Smith and that kind of stuff?
I mean, I think gun control ain't the issue. I don't think that was a gun control issue. I think that was a gun not put up or in the right place.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Then the person not doing the right thing with it. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's hard to just say, gun control because a child had an accident with a gun, because that ain't what the intentions of the weapon was for.
Gotcha. Caller, you on there? What's on your mind?
Hey, it's the one.
Good morning. Coco in the building, y'all.
Coco in the building.
What's going on? How you feeling this morning?
What's going on? Okay, so I don't even like guns, so I scatter the other way because I have plenty of guns in my face. Yeah, I scatter like a roach. I know I can't cuss, so
okay.
scatter like a roach.
Yeah, so you don't do guns, huh?
No, I go the other way. I don't even play with it. I don't even go nowhere near it. Nope.
Right. No, I appreciate that. And what are your thoughts? I mean, just on this young man with this with the ride and how that went with him, in Orlando.
Okay, explain this story because I was tuning in from Facebook and stuff. So y'all gotta break it all the way down. Cause I just
it was a young man that fell off a ride, and they were saying that he probably shouldn't have been on the ride in Orlando. I don't know if you heard about that. That was happening.
Them people should have checked all the riders on there. They're supposed to check anybody before they flew them out up and down. They're supposed to check them things after them people before make sure the seat is locked in.
Right, that's absolutely right.
Because how he flew out.
Coco, you doing good?
I'm like, Lord.
I heard the self-censor there. I see you censoring yourself. I appreciate it.
Oh, he's TV ready now. He ready for TV. Broadcast.
Really, Jamal?
Really? You ready?
You ready for it?
Been ready.
So what's going? I saw you was in a talent show, a talent contest.
Oh yeah.
No, it was a showcase.
Okay.
It was a production showcase.
Okay.
Make sure y'all go get my new single. What your hell with
If y'all don't know who Crunk Coco is, Crunk Coco is like the viral sensation of St. Pete. If not the first one I seen.
Yeah.
I don't know if there was any was there any viral sensations in St. Pete before you?
I think
no.
I think Crunk Coco
I
know you gonna say that.
Yeah, he supposed to say that.
No.
I was the first.
I was the first one who brought the barrier.
That's right.
Yeah.
And make a trending.
Yeah.
I'm legendary.
And then you did the Super Bass video. And
I know you was behind that.
I was.
Look, Mr. Edmond.
I was behind it. Listen, it did billions.
Oh yeah,
bills,
big
man.
big numbers, big numbers on the
Big B, Super Bass,
Yeah.
Big B.
No doubt.
But good work, man. Keep up the good work. What you doing right now? What you doing? What you doing right now?
I'm trying to do new content for Where Your Helmet At today. I'm gonna do that today.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
I got my helmet. Where yours?
I got
mine.
Where your helmet at? I got mine. Coco, thank you for calling in. I appreciate all the support in the love.
All right, hold on.
Calling number 4. Talk to you later.
Coco, man, you listening to the New Morning Show on the 99 Gems radio station, man, the Tampa Bay Breakfast
Thank you
Club.
for lightening up the moment, Coco.
I appreciate it. I tell you, we needed it, boy.
You said it. You called for it. It didn't come right away.
I called for it. It come.
Yeah. It came.
Yeah, we needed some light.
Yeah, man. Funny man.
Yeah, we definitely.
So now we finna get right back serious.
Yes, sir. What's in the news?
St. Pete renters, they say rental assistance isn't enough in this market.
Okay.
And I somewhat agree.
Okay.
But people do need assistance. So that's
the views expressed.
Yeah. Mine.
Yeah.
But we need people to get the help they need to stay in their property now.
Yeah.
But that's not enough.
Yeah.
That's not enough.
Yeah, no, I'm with you on that. And that's the thing that I'm seeing with just a lot of our approaches to organizing, advocacy, strategy, uniting, all of that. It's always all or nothing.
But because it's because of what people been through. And then if you come up with less than all, did you sell us out? It's like that's what the thought process be. So did we sell the people out if we didn't get it all?
So how about this? If we look at it, when we talk about first downs and touchdowns. So if we we move the chains.
I play on your team, so you gotta explain that.
If we move the chains and get a first down and get us closer to the
touchdown,
goal, right? But you got to be able to see that.
But see, that's what we got to do now.
Yeah.
And take this first down, get the runner assistance, get the people the help they need, and then let's play another.
Yeah, keep going.
Hard.
Yeah, you keep pushing. You absolutely keep pushing.
But people it's fatiguing, man.
It really is.
Because we've been.
It really is.
Shouts out to the People's Union.
Yep. People's Council,
and the Tennis Union. See, I got to put them together.
Yeah. You
the
do
People's
that every
Union.
now and then. You do
that.
Yeah,
I know. But listen, big shouts out to them. Big shouts out to all of them putting it together because it was so important and so timely.
Right.
Because what we got going on. Don't get me wrong. Some people do need to be out their house.
Okay.
Some people ain't doing right, and they need to be gone.
We don't hear that.
I know. That's why I just said.
Yeah. We don't hear.
Some people ain't doing right, and they need to be gone. But then there's those people who fell into hard times and hard situations. That's a whole different group of people.
Yeah.
And those people need help. All the people need help. Don't get me wrong. Everybody, all of them need help together. But we got to prioritize the help sometimes and really help the people that need it the most.
Right. Yeah, and that's what they're saying. So they're saying that the rental assistance is a step, but and the idea, I guess, with from what I've been hearing is that when we talk about market-based solutions, it's like, okay, if you let the market dictate, the market, the market
is a monster, man. That's what people don't know.
Yeah,
the market is a monster. You know, they talk about the boogeyman.
Yeah,
it's the market.
It's the market.
The boogeyman they was talking about when we was kids. They was talking about the market.
Yeah, and then I think there was this housing study that was done recently, the Harvard study. It talked about how 70 to like 80% of the homes that were bought in the past 2 years were bought by corporations and like hedge funds and like major investors, and that's what's also driving the prices up. Is the fact that again, you know the gag.
I watched the investors. I seen them. I seen them do it.
If I buy 80 houses, right, and I think they said it's look, I
20. 50?
It was like a ridiculous number of the properties. I think like they said 80,000 houses or something that was owned by investors and corporations. Like one company like has 80,000 properties throughout the country, and they're a huge investor in St. Petersburg, Pinellas County.
So why you selling your house?
Yeah,
they ain't selling theirs. They got 80,000. They got
80,000 of
what
them.
You selling?
Yeah, you selling grandma's house. And what they saying? This is what they were saying. How
and they catching people doing bad, and then when you got to do what you got to do when you're doing bad,
right?
And then they there to snap it up.
They there to help you. They here to help you. But here's what they've been saying is that with them buying those properties like that, so you buy 80 properties. Let's say you buy 80 or 100 properties in one area, right? You put everybody out of those properties and raise the rent. Now, if you got 100 properties that you raise the rent on, and these rents are they're using comparable values, right? Right, ain't that how they do it? Like they're using comps. Yeah. But if I can control the market and the comps, right? Like if I'm saying I'm finna just raise prices on all my properties, and I have so many properties that it's going to affect everybody else's property, then you got corporations essentially controlling the price of housing.
And it's not all American corporations, foreign corporations.
Right.
Like some of these people came in and bought all these houses on the south side.
Yep.
Them people from everywhere, man.
Yeah.
Everywhere, all over the world.
The world, yeah.
And you know, and then when you see people all over the world interested in a piece of property or a community that you don't care about.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's said to be slum, blighted, or whatever is said about the community.
Yeah.
But there's someone somewhere willing to give top dollar for it and then buy it and sell it 3-4 times.
Yeah. And that's what they're doing. They saying they paying 30-40% over asking price.
Oh, I know. They, one of my partners, shout out to Urban Collective.
Yes.
And one of my partners was talking about what they doing and how once it's listed, is 3-4 days.
Yeah.
And if you wait 5 or 6 days, you're gonna be over what you asked.
Right.
If you just want to go, it's gonna be gone.
Right. But if you sit on it and wait, they're gonna add. And that's like my daughters. I've been telling the story. They looking for a place.
Hard.
They found one. I think yesterday they came back looking at a place, but the guy was telling them I got an offer from a cash buyer that's over. And it's like, how do you compete? Like they newlyweds got the new baby. Like they in that, they doing all of the stuff.
I gotta go early, right? But I'm so glad you brought this up. We need a market equalizer.
Yeah.
Right. This is some out the box thinking.
Okay.
And people don't think about it. And I'll elaborate with you on it later.
Okay.
But because of what you just said, we need an equalizer. Mm-hmm. And we have it, right? We have the resources and we have the stamina and dexterity, but is it the will to do it?
Right.
Because we can potentially help people secure properties and sometimes may be able to beat a cash offer. You get what I mean?
Yeah.
Because honestly, what people be worried about if you don't get your financing.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So now you come in and we do the paperwork, boom, they do the inspection and it don't go through.
Okay. And you got a cash buyer right
He
here.
don't even want an inspection.
Yeah.
He just say, look, close the door and bring me the keys.
Right. And how do you compete with that? And that's how a lot of these corporations are doing it. Like they buying cash. They you know what I mean?
Ain't looking back.
And ain't looking back. And then
we gotta be the corporations, right?
Ooh.
It's not saying corporations and people in corporations are bad. But what the problem is that we're not creating corporations enough to compete. And Reno always say this. We have it's a race to resources.
Right.
We have to be able to compete in the marketplace because I already said the market is the monster.
Right.
And reason we getting ate up is because we're not able to compete. We're not pooling our resources. We're not leveraging our resources to make purchases.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We ain't trying to make bundle purchases.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, we
person buy one house, boy, that's a lifetime achievement.
Yeah.
And you got people doing 6 or 7 like in a week or two or whatever. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I ain't trying to compare, but what I'm saying is we have to be able to compete.
No, that's right. That's right. Mama Blue, she got a comment here, and then we're gonna take our break. She said, "Mine falling apart. You should see what they're offering. Why not offer help me fix it at a senior discount?"
See, that's the market equalizer I'm talking about.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Somebody that can come in and help a Mama Blue.
Right.
Make her repairs and secure her property so she can keep it and pass it to another family member or whatever. Because a lot of times what the people do is get a reverse mortgage and do this and do that, and now the house is not in the family no more or whatever. And we got to come up with better solutions, some way to help the community.
Real deal. So listen, y'all, you listening to the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club on 99 Jams. We're going to take a real quick break, play some news, and then we're going to come back after the hour. Y'all stick and stay for it.
WUJM, St. Petersburg.
Welcome to Democracy Now!, democracynow.org, The War and Peace Report. I'm Amy Goodman. The United Nations says more than 4 million refugees have now fled Ukraine as Russia's invasion nears its 6th week. On Tuesday, Russia announced plans to, quote, fundamentally cut back military operations near Kyiv and the city of Chernihiv, but the claim was greeted by deep skepticism from Ukraine. Officials in Chernihiv say Russian forces carried out strikes through the night while air raid sirens repeatedly went off in Kyiv. On Tuesday, at least 12 people died and 33 were injured in the southern city of Mykolaiv after a Russian rocket hit a government building, leaving a gaping hole in the 9-story structure. Meanwhile, Human Rights Watch has accused Russia of using banned anti-personnel landmines in the eastern Kharkiv region. This comes as the outlines of a possible peace deal have emerged. Ukraine has offered to become a neutral country and remain nuclear-free in exchange for security guarantees. But Ukrainian officials said a deal could only be reached once Russia withdraws its forces.
So, in order for this agreement to be valid and for all sides to agree on it, there has to be full peace on Ukraine's territory, no foreign troops. All have to leave.
CNN is reporting U.S. troops in Poland are providing weapons instruction to Ukrainian soldiers as the Biden administration continues to funnel anti-tank missiles, machine guns, grenade launchers, and drones into Ukraine. President Biden hinted at the training efforts Monday.
We're talking about helping train the troops that are the Ukrainian troops that are in Poland.
A top UN official in Ukraine is calling for a probe into Ukrainian and Russian forces mistreating prisoners of war. One widely circulated video appears to show Ukrainian soldiers shooting 3 hooded Russians in their legs. The video also shows Ukrainian soldiers kicking and hitting the captive Russians, some of whom are bleeding. In other news, the CDC and FDA have given approval for a second COVID-19 booster shot for all adults in the United States 50 years old and older. The FDA also okayed a second booster for many younger people who have certain immune deficiencies. On Tuesday, the House Oversight Committee held its first hearing on Medicare for all since the start of the pandemic. Speakers included the lawyer and healthcare activist Adi Barkan, who was diagnosed with terminal ALS in 2016. He testified from his home using a computerized system that tracks his eye movements and turns them into spoken words.
It's shameful that in the richest country in the world, we choose to inflict so much suffering. Since that first hearing about Medicare for all, our country has been through the worst public health crisis in a century. The pandemic has revealed and exacerbated the existing inequalities in our profit-driven healthcare system. It has hit hardest on disabled people, poor people, Black, Latino, and Indigenous people, and especially people who live at the intersections of these categories. And 1 out of 3 COVID-19 deaths in the U.S. are related to gaps in health insurance. Nearly 1 million Americans have already died from the coronavirus. How much more is necessary to shock our legislators into action?
In international news, 8 United Nations peacekeepers died Tuesday in the Democratic Republic of Congo after their helicopter crashed. The Congolese army accused the rebel group M23 of shooting down the helicopter. This comes as the UN reports nearly 2,300 Congolese civilians have been killed in the first 3 months of the year in eastern Congo. In news from Afghanistan, the World Bank suspended 4 projects worth $600 million after the Taliban announced public high schools will remain closed to girls. In recent days, the Taliban has issued a number of new rules. Women have been barred from flying without a male chaperone. Men and women will no longer be allowed in public parks on the same day. And all male government workers must grow beards or risk being fired. Israeli authorities say a Palestinian man from the occupied West Bank shot dead 5 people in the Israeli city of Bnei Brak outside Tel Aviv Tuesday before he was fatally shot. It was the 3rd deadly attack inside Israel over the past week. Palestinian President Mahmoud Abbas condemned Tuesday's attack, saying, quote, "The cycle of violence confirms that a comprehensive, just, and stable peace is the shortest, most correct path to security and stability for both peoples," Abbas said.
All right, y'all. Welcome back to the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club. I'm your brother John, and this program is being brought to you as part of the New Image Project of the Community Development and Training Center, aka CDAT. And we want to thank y'all again for tuning in, helping us to redefine what's cool. The New Image Project, man, and we're really excited about the New Image Project. It's actually a project that we started a couple years back. And New Image, image is an acronym for information, media, arts, graphics, and entertainment. And it's the New Image Project, y'all. And so, yeah, thank you for that. I appreciate it. Good to see you. Good to see you. that's that appointment that was canceled and postponed and all of that good stuff right there.
Good deal.
Good deal. So who we got in the chair over there?
Hey man, we got caller number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4.
So you just stop calling and just pull up.
I'm gonna slide up in this thing, man.
Just slide up in this thing, man. Yeah, we talking about the New Image Project, man, and you know,
proud to be a part of it.
Yeah, man. Yeah. New information, new media, right? Arts, graphics, entertainment, and yeah, it's what we're doing here, man.
It's our job, y'all.
It's
you know what I'm saying? You got to understand like this right here, right? There are people who put out billions of dollars, right, to destroy our images.
Yes.
You have to add this to your data, y'all. You see what I'm saying? There's billions upon billions of dollars that are put out there in the universe, right?
Yes.
To destroy the image of the black woman. There are billions of dollars that are put out there to destroy the image of the black man.
Right.
And there are, hold on. Wait, there's more. There's billions of dollars, y'all, utilized to attack the images of our youth.
Yeah.
And so when we're saying all of us, right, man, ain't no chill on us.
Yeah.
Billions.
Yeah, billions.
Oh yeah, man.
Yeah.
Kanye got a couple of them, right? There are people who spend that and more, just to destroy our image. We ain't even talking about just on gas yet.
Yeah.
Money gets spent.
Say we talking about gas.
ROI though.
Yeah.
Right. See, ROI. Right.
Yeah,
return on investment.
What's the end game? Yeah.
The end game is, you know, they was building prisons based on us, right?
Yeah.
I mean, at the end of the day, the end game is, man, the first law of nature.
Self-preservation,
y'all.
Yeah.
We should not. We look like fools running to other men, groups of men, and say, "Feed my mother and my wife and my family before you feed your mother and your wife and your family."
Yeah.
And that's where group economics should come in as natural to y'all.
You
know
yeah, you never see a line of birds in a worm line, right?
No, you don't see it. You don't see it.
They waiting for the big bird.
And what you don't
give
see,
them all the worm.
What you don't see is geese walking behind ducks saying, "Feed them."
Yeah.
You just don't.
Everything in nature has a duty.
Man,
they do something for themselves.
First. And so, case in point, when we get in our feelings, when we watch COVID break out, right? We got in our feelings. We saw that the Asians were kicking out Africans.
Yeah,
he's right. And so then when World War III broke out, we have the stories that put out there about Ukraine people treating Africans differently, right?
Right.
Your issue isn't how they treating your people. Your issue is how you can't stop them from treating your people any kind of way.
Oh.
You see what I'm saying? That's what the work at, right? And what we say on the Breakfast Club, y'all, the work won't do itself.
That's right. That's right.
You see what I'm saying? It ain't no wrong with people doing what? For themselves first.
Yeah.
They are pushing our people off of trains so they can get their women and children on. You getting mad because of that. That's not what you're mad at.
No, that's a perspective.
That ain't what you're mad at. You're mad at you can't stop them from trying your people globally.
Yeah.
So you can't try Asians all over the globe.
Nope. No, that is a perspective. You mad with them for looking out for their women and children
the
first.
First law of nature is self-preservation, y'all.
They won't look out for you and your people. They looking out for their
That's
women
what you call racism.
children. Yeah.
They stacked the deck for themselves, y'all. They were looking out for each other first.
Yeah.
You don't get mad at that. You just start stacking the deck yourself. You in Rome, y'all. Do what the Romans do.
Coach D said it's a painful situation when we have empathy for a people. Huh.
Yeah, and the thing of it is though, right? Because everything is of our own creation.
Yeah.
And so when we say it's a painful situation, it doesn't get painful when we start doing for ourselves first. See, it's painful when we're doing for ourselves, and then this is what we living. This is the lives that we're living. And guess what, y'all? We are creating these lives for ourselves. We are creating these. I never work for a black man. And guess what we'll do? We won't do it.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So we speak it into existence first, right? I never had no black people. Guess what you do? You throw it in the universe, and guess what you do? Your actions align yourself with that. You are starving your people with your wordplay.
Right. So
we here for it.
No, I love that. and look, we just getting started, y'all.
We just getting started, man. It's me and Brother John show right now, y'all. The Tampa Bay
Breakfast Club. And it's on 99 Jams, man. And as a community-owned public media resource, WUJM relies on the support of listeners like you to keep the shows that you love on the air, the doors open, lights on, and to continue to put out quality programming in the Tampa Bay area. Please consider making a donation or becoming a show sponsor today. You can do that by going to 99jamstheberg.com, clicking on the donate button. You can also show up this Saturday for the 6th anniversary celebration and fundraiser.
Come on down.
Come on down, baby. And it's from 12 to 8. It's going to be live and virtual. And so the 6th anniversary fundraiser and celebration, Saturday, April 2nd, featuring international and local artists. Again, it's hosted by Shauna B. You got was that Chef the Entertainer? You got King Russell. You got Buka Book. You got Undercover Roster.
Sojo gonna be there too, man.
Yep, Sojo. Yep, right.
That's Big Cuz right there, man.
Big Cuz. Sojo.
It's a family thing. Y'all didn't even know it. They say Cuz had y'all doing the thick girl, do the thick girl, do the thick girl. You know what I'm saying? Cuz that's that energy that we got for y'all, man. We keep it here for you.
Yeah, real deal, man.
All love though, man. And this is what Wednesday this is, Brother John?
What's on your mind?
What's on your mind? Love should be on your mind all the way, man. And when you get blind by love, some people call it hate.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
When you get blind by love, some people call it hate.
The real love for your people will make you do for your people. You see what I'm saying? and it's like breathing.
You came in to do it today.
It's
I appreciate you.
And you know what it's like, brother John? I mean, end-game mindset, though.
Yes,
it's
sir.
just natural.
Yes, sir.
It's natural, not even because I understand that if we call things a problem, then we'll approach it as a problem.
Right.
These are opportunities, y'all.
Yeah.
And so learn to just flip stuff, right? And that's what the New Image Project is all about. We have to redefine stuff.
That's
that
right.
brother was killing everybody and he got off. He don't got stripes, y'all. Because most people he killed was his own people. And last I checked, when you kill your own people in the United States military, they call that friendly fire. They don't get medals for that, y'all.
No, you don't get medals for killing your own people.
You don't get medals for killing your own people, y'all.
Yeah,
you don't get medals for robbing your own people. You are creating stress for your own people. It's natural. Because when you start studying all these kings and pharaohs, they were always in battle with their own people.
Yeah.
But what we have to stop doing is fighting each other while other people fighting us too. That's what they say other people don't do. Everybody always fight themselves.
Right.
But what happens with the Asian, what happens with the European is they don't fight each other when another group on the planet starts to fight them.
Right.
Let's go, y'all.
Yeah, they know how to focus and pay attention to
focus and follow
through. And follow through. So here's the question that we had. Again, it's what's on your mind Wednesday. Okay. Margaret says she want to sponsor a show. Absolutely. Appreciate it.
We appreciate that right there, man. For real.
Working Wednesday. And so this is a question, right? In light of the distraction, as we've been seeing, this is the question that I came, and I'd like to have your thoughts on this. Is violence ever an acceptable response to disrespect?
I'm gonna say yes and no.
Okay.
Right, because everything I'm answering this question through balance, y'all, because you can't neglect violence.
Yeah.
When you get rid of all violence, you got rid of all peace, because peace can't exist without violence.
Okay.
What you call in peace if violence don't exist?
What you call in peace if violence don't exist?
You know what I'm saying? Because what happens is you in fairy tale land, and you don't deal with reality and science. See, science through Ma'at. Your ancestors taught Ma'at. Ma'at was the goddess that represented balance. The female represented balance, y'all, in our culture. Right, so you can't have one without the other.
Right,
bad has to exist, right? And that's when we get lost in the sauce, and they'll use a jester to spit real game in the movies, right? And so Bernie Mac says what?
That's true.
Not Bernie Mac, but Eddie Murphy says what? Evil is good. Well, you got lost in the sauce because a vampire was in church preaching, but what you didn't do is listen to the message.
Yeah,
and sometimes we do that right there. You know what I'm saying? We don't listen to the message, man. And I'm just here to tell you, man, that you have to have balance out here. You know what I'm saying? You have to have balance. Big shouts out to Mr. Ed, man, calling back, man.
Yeah,
I'm throwing gang signs up to Mr. Ed, man.
That's what that is. That's because I'm trying to see it. Like we can see, but we can't see.
We answer the phone.
Okay, listen.
Caller number 4 in the building.
Chandra, good morning. I see you. Thank you for tuning in. Travis, thank you for tuning in. Travis,
thank you all for tuning in, man. Big shouts out to Urban Drinkery, man.
Travis has a comment. Travis says the U.S. is taking in Ukrainians while Trump laws to keep Haitian Americans and Latinos out due to COVID.
Call them what you want to call them. You know what I'm saying? But just understand this: the European know that they are the minority on the planet.
Yes,
and so they break up different names and everything. But when you watch their actions, they kind of don't do nothing to each other like that right there.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? They pump fake on one another. They do have casualties in war, so when they do have conflict with one another, they already have a mathematical equation that some of us gonna die.
Right.
But what they won't do is demolish themselves entirely. You see what I'm saying? Because it's all about control.
Nino Bryant, good morning. Yo.
Peace, my brother.
Yeah. So the idea with violence, and this was the thought that as I was thinking about this, it was the Malcolm X quote, right?
And I'm on him right now, so heavy.
We are non-violent with people who are non-violent with us.
That's right. I was looking at that last night.
We are not non-violent with people who are not non-violent with us.
We're not.
Yeah. Like that's my position on that, right? I don't think that we should be aggressing upon people with violence. Like I'm just, you know what I mean? Like the Will Smith thing, walking up to the man, slapping him in his face. Like
it's so staged. You got a number one actor, a male actor on stage acting in front of y'all.
Yeah, he's the aggressor, and I'm not in support of aggressing people violently. Caller, you on there?
Okay. I'm just welcome to be on here, man. Thank y'all so much. This is the one and only Mr. Edmond.
Mr. Edmond. Welcome back, Mr. Edmond.
Welcome back,
Mr. Look, y'all changed shares, right?
Yeah, that's what we do. Hey, we the honeybees, man, on WWF wrestling back in the day, man. Tag, I'm in the rain now, baby.
What's going on, Mr. Edmond? What's on your mind?
Oh man, just calling to let y'all boys know, man. Y'all doing a great show, man. We really touching the community, man. And I love it every time somebody call me Mr. Edmond.
Yes,
that's all right.
Yeah, I'm with you on that, man. I'm really with you. And this new image thing is really all like your brainchild. That whole smart is the new gangster.
Smart is,
you know what I mean, and just the blessing of hooking up with an independent filmmaker when you're trying to do community service.
Hey, listen, man. This is what happened with me, y'all, on Facebook. Y'all can see this right here. This is what happened. They take pictures. I say, turn the camera sideways for me, man.
We all do it.
I say, my dog make films, man. My dog already told me it's a better quality picture, man. We turn it sideways.
We all doing the sideways selfie. So if they want to know the secret, here's what's on your mind Wednesday. The secret to a good selfie is turn your camera sideways. Look, there's the game.
Turn your camera sideways.
Turn your camera sideways.
You get the most for your buck. Yeah, man. Appreciate y'all boys, man. Y'all definitely, the brotherhood is definitely strong, man. We winning. Let's stay in the game. Let's keep winning, baby.
I love it.
Appreciate you calling. Love you, my brother. Hey, here goes some wise words from Brother Malcolm. I want to bring back what we were saying earlier. I had me clipping on the comments.
Okay.
Because we were calling like we have to watch how we word these jokers. You know what I'm saying? Because these jokers ain't our militant people.
Okay.
And so we don't need to be called jokers, our leaders.
Okay.
And here go wise words from my brother, who we all dearly love, Brother Minister. Live on the Breakfast Club. Let's bring back Brother Malcolm.
I told you a little while ago, these leaders that they call leaders, this included Lena Horne, this included Dick Gregory, and this included comedians, comics, trumpet players, baseball players. Show me in the white community where a comedian is a white leader. Show me in the white community where a singer is a white leader, or a dancer or a trumpet player is a white leader. These aren't leaders. These are puppets and clowns.
And then when we go 50 years without his voice,
okay,
we push Dick Gregory up as a revolutionary.
Dick Gregory was revolutionary.
He was a joke to my brother Malcolm. Brother Malcolm
at the time. But here's the thing: your contemporaries never understand you properly. So,
talk to him
because at the time, but now we got history behind us, and we can't invalidate what Dick Gregory did for the culture and the way that he did it. It maybe in his time he wasn't perceived as a leader. But if you look at his body of work, the man was doing some great work. So.
The man was doing great work for the culture, man. But we have to be careful in calling that a leader, though. You know what I'm saying? Because you got to think about it. Your origin, right? What's your origin like? It ain't how you start, it's how you finish, right? Yeah. All right. Well, guess what? You don't have military leaders in this country coming from a military school and leading our country. I'm sorry, not the communist school. The people who lead our country come from military schools.
No, I think it's context, right? Because you have like Harry Belafonte. You wouldn't call him a leader, and you look at the work that he did with Dr. King and all of the support that he gave to the movement. Aretha Franklin, you wouldn't call her a leader.
You wouldn't call him, but you call him to help.
But if you look at what they did and the way they supported the movement,
they supported it.
They supported the movement. Caller, you on the air? What's on your mind?
Oh man, I'm just calling back because this subject.
Caller number 4 and
5, baby.
Number 5 and 6.
Yeah, 5 and 6 at the same time. So what I want to add, because that was a powerful video Brother Reno just shared.
Yeah.
And what really I think that we got to take from it is not to necessarily individualize it, but look at the reality, especially like now. We saying Will is a leader. We saying Equal as a leader.
I don't think I heard that one. They say Will is a leader, but I get your point. Keep going.
Okay.
I think I heard that one.
But see, and what I'm saying is that as a community, you know what we got to do is really tap into the real leaders, man, the real people doing the work, man, and not look at what's glitter and shiny. Right,
and that's the point that I'm after, right? When we talk about the real work and the stuff that's happening, it may come from somebody who we don't consider a leader because of their profession. And that's so. Are we saying shut up and dribble? You know what I mean? Like if LeBron said, "I'm finna start a school," starting a school is that make you a leader?
No, that make you a good black man that started a school.
Okay,
that don't make you a leader.
Okay, so talk to me.
Leaders come from schools that produce leaders.
So how we defining leaders then?
Well, watch this. Like Brother Malcolm said, these people in the white community are not labeled leaders.
How are we defining leaders then?
Your leaders come from military schools. They're militant almost.
So in order to be a leader,
you
have to be militant.
Yep.
Okay.
Other than you playing.
Okay.
Now I'm just playing right now with y'all.
But because you know how
because watch this. Majority of elected officials and high military ranking officials start off as Cub Scouts.
Okay.
All right. Because Cub Scouts,
so they get some military training.
They get military training.
Yeah.
And then majority of those leaders get sent to military schools.
Okay.
Because you have to like watch this. The average person cannot take the chairman conversation. Why? Because the average person around here ain't militant. I'm very hard on people. Why? Because I'm militant. Mm-hmm. I'm not militant. I'm militant.
Okay, Stephanie.
And so the person who's not militant will say, "Okay, that's a little rough right there," and you're supposed to. Because why? I'm not doing a massage.
Dr. King was militant.
He wasn't.
He was militant.
He was radical.
Again, it's we into definitions and how you define things. So if you have common definition of what a militant is, you have a common understanding of what a leader is, then we'll say, okay, well, he's an entertainer. He's not a leader.
Yeah.
But if you got people following you, by definition, you're a leader. So everybody with social media could be considered a leader if a leader is one who has followers. Everybody got followers now. So, you know what I'm saying?
They leaders. See, I water down. That's why you don't give that title to your entertainers.
Okay.
That's why.
Unless they're doing the work.
Man, no, they are helping the leaders.
Because
everybody ain't a leader, Brother John.
So here's the thing: when you say an entertainer, right? An entertainer is not a leader. You say a sports figure is not a leader, which is sports is an entertainer. Okay, so that means that
Muhammad Ali's not a leader.
So a banker can't be a leader.
A banker,
an insurance man can't be a leader.
I'm not a leader.
Like you have to.
I'm not a leader.
Like you have to be a leader, and that's
I'm
all
helping.
you have to be. Like
I'm the help.
So I want to interject.
Hold on, right quick, bro. Mr. Edmond. I'm the insurance man. Okay. I'm not a leader. Okay. I'm a help.
Okay, but you leading people in the way that
I'm the help.
Okay.
I'm a class clown to everybody that went in class with me. I'm the help. That don't mean, that's why I say a lot of times they use the jester to say G-code stuff.
Yeah.
Because you'll overlook the person who's funny.
Yeah, right.
But I'm not a leader.
Yeah.
I am militant.
No, listen, you don't consider yourself a leader.
So
I won't let nobody. I would not be defined by no one else. I will define myself.
Okay, Mr. Edmond, you got the ball.
Thank you. So what I'm going to say, I agree that everybody is not a leader, but everybody can lead. And what I mean by that, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
What I mean by that it doesn't mean your profession or what you do, whether it makes you a leader or not, it's what you do.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
So I like
all right,
that.
y'all.
And then find that in another culture, right? Because you can't call a Terminator a leader, right? Because we all say that the president is a puppet, right? We all say the president is a puppet, right? So if the president is a puppet, even the Terminator was a joke. All right, those aren't leaders, y'all. You see what I'm saying? We just like there's a leader, right? The Honorable Elijah Muhammad was a leader.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? He went to school of Bishop Henry McNeil Turner as an elementary school.
Yeah.
Well, I'm saying like that body of work.
Yeah.
We don't have that body of work in the beginning of him doing anything else but leading.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? That he followed his calling. And other people calling is they lead, but they ain't leading. They helping the leaders.
So what about these little league children when we having this conversation on the football field about leadership? Are these young men and women leading in their profession in their
lives? Yes. In their own personal lives, yes, because sports gives you tools for life.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? But on the football field, we're not making leaders.
Leadership is not confined to the revolution. Jim Jones was a leader. Mm-hmm. That's what Travis said.
That's a revolutionary though, Jim Jones. What was he doing? He was taking everybody out with him, huh? he took everybody out with him, had him drink the punch, huh?
I'm just careful with that, man. Because when we start saying who is a leader and who is not a leader, I don't know.
We should be able to do that though, because a leader is a definition. It's a word. It has a definition.
Yeah,
we should be able to say that. We shouldn't be tiptoeing around stuff like that right there, because what happens is jesters become leaders.
But if you're leading and you're a jester, then you're a leader. If you're an entertainer and you're leading, you're
something
a leader.
Wrong.
How?
Cause man, you a joke.
So, okay, well listen,
you're a joke, man. Let me tell you something.
I don't agree with you on that.
It's you know we all don't always agree with John. I just understand. Like, look, I use the chairman for an example.
Because
I've talked to other elders.
Work, man.
I've talked to other elders in our city, and the chairman is a different conversation from every other person in his generation. He's a different conversation.
Okay,
you see what I'm saying? That is a militant brother in our city, and so when you're talking to the chairman, you are talking to a general in the military, and you don't just walk up to generals. And generals ain't a regular conversation.
Yeah.
They have people who they report to,
right?
You see what I'm saying? But the general, that ain't no. An average person don't just have a conversation with a general.
Gotcha. Caller, you on there? What's on your mind?
Just one quick thing. A leader, right? Malcolm X was a prisoner first. He was a pimp first. Just because you had other jobs, that don't mean you're not a leader.
Real facts,
right?
So you define it saying because these people had other jobs, they're comedians, they was this, that, they not leaders. No, that's just the other job they had.
Right.
Y'all got other jobs, but y'all leaders in our community. So just because you got another job or another profession, that don't mean you're not a leader.
I agree with you on
that.
No,
I definitely don't disagree with that. Absolutely.
Yeah. Would you say Malcolm X is a pimp? So he's not a leader?
That wasn't his calling.
Pimp. Was he a prisoner?
A comedian is a calling.
Wait a minute. Was he a prisoner? He was a prisoner.
Yeah.
So is he a prisoner or is he a leader? Is he a pimp or is he a leader?
Right.
Is Dr. Martin Luther King, is he the reverend or is he the leader?
Right.
Which one is he?
Yeah.
No, that's just a profession that they chose in they path of leadership.
Absolutely.
A lot of us have crossed the path, man, and all, but how many times you go off the path, you can get back on the path of leadership and lead and be effective leader, no matter what profession you chose or you done been in.
All facts.
I appreciate that. Caller, I appreciate you calling in, man.
Yeah, appreciate the call, my brother.
That's beautiful.
All right. And thank you for tuning in too, man.
That's beautiful perspective.
Absolutely. Now find that in another culture.
Yeah.
Brother Malcolm examples ain't being challenged yet. He used white jokers for examples. So y'all ain't got white jokers as being leaders. Y'all just keep making black jokers be leaders. And I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it.
I ain't really pulled that string as far as you have pulled it. So I need to
I can dig it. Brother Malcolm's examples of leaders in white cultures aren't leaders in their cultures, but those examples are leaders in your culture.
So is Alex Jones a white leader? Is that how I'm just thinking we talk about white leaders? Is Tucker Carlson and all of these other? I don't know who the white leaders are, but
what his examples was Alex Jones is not a comedian.
Okay, but he's an entertainer, right?
He's not.
It could be.
I look at him as a reporter.
Okay.
He's not a leader though. He's a reporter.
Okay,
he got bogus news.
We thought Trump was an entertainer too, right?
He is. He made himself a president, right? But isn't the president a puppet?
But he led people to do something on January 6th. That was militant. There was a military action on January 6th that he led.
He got 10 feet of the wall built too.
But he was an entertainer first.
He's a puppet. Anybody that know the president's a puppet, man. We ain't gotta do that with the president. We can't make the president real for our conversations.
We're looking for examples of leaders. Caller, what's on your mind?
Good morning.
Good morning.
I just have one question.
Okay.
Why are people so afraid to mention Minister Farrakhan? And that's all I have to say.
Thank you,
because he is a great leader.
He is a great
leader.
leader.
Why are people so afraid to mention his name?
You know what though, and I throw Mr. Farrakhan name out there. Thank you for that right there, because you are absolutely right.
I appreciate it.
I'm using a local leader for an example. When I have this conversation in the chairman, Omali Ishiteli.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. When I say the chairman, but that is the equivalent of the chairman outside our city, and that's Louis Farrakhan.
Yeah,
absolutely right.
Yeah. And that's what we're doing. So it's I think we listing people who are considered leaders, but Reno don't consider them leaders.
No, brother Malcolm X didn't consider our jokers leaders, and I agree with brother Malcolm X.
Okay, and that's the thing. Okay, so thank you for calling, sweetie. I see you in a few. All right.
Thanks, sis. Love you.
Appreciate it. But that's the thing. Before Minister Farrakhan was a leader, he was an entertainer. He a violinist, a calypso player.
Oh yeah,
So
yeah.
we're saying that because he played calypso, now he can't preach. You know what I mean? Like
that's what Brother Malcolm said. I agree with Brother
Muhammad
Malcolm.
Ali was a boxer.
He's not a leader.
Muhammad Ali was not a leader.
Muhammad Ali is like a giant figure. You know what I'm saying? A very great motivation and like inspiration. I jumped on his words immediately after Will Smith slapped him. You know what I'm saying? I just went right to Malcolm. I went right to Muhammad Ali, man. Yeah, I would not argue with another black man on this TV show in front of other people.
Yeah. But
that's how far we don't came.
But you saying that Muhammad Ali is not a leader?
He didn't call. I don't think Muhammad Ali's a leader. I think he's a great black man. I don't think he's a leader of black people. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, he led black people to go against that war.
I think
black people was signing up for the draft, taking the draft, and then when Muhammad Ali said he wasn't doing it, people followed him. And does that make him a leader?
I think he's a great man for doing that. I don't think he's a leader. Like I credit the nation for that action.
Okay,
I did personally.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? I credit.
Yeah, because it's in the creed, it's in the bylaws. He was just following code. He was on script with the rest of us. He wasn't the only member of the nation that said, "I'm not going."
Talk to him.
Like we did it. That was the rule.
Talk to him.
Like
talk to him
as a brother.
Talk to him.
As a brother, you wasn't going to no war. Like, call me now, I ain't going. And I'm not encouraging anybody.
And in the real world, all he was the bigger soundboard.
Okay.
For the nation.
Yeah. He was a microphone. Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Amplifier. Bingo. Thank you.
As was Malcolm. He was a voice.
Huge amplifier.
He was a huge amplifier.
Former pimp and player.
But I'm just thinking like Paul Robeson and some of these other what we would consider entertainers who did groundbreaking work.
I like the work that's being
done on behalf
done.
of the community. Like
I like the work that's being done. The former pimp player say,
yeah.
When you look at the white culture, man, you don't see the jokers and stuff being leaders.
Yeah, but I mean that was.
Have we found them yet? Because we keep talking about black people. Have we sat down? We keep making everybody.
I'm not looking at them.
I can did that.
That's why I said
I can did that. But it's like start.
Yeah,
start because we throwing all these black names, right? Oh, no.
Yeah.
Find that in another culture. Quit making it in your culture.
Okay, so who are the leaders in the white community? Y'all help me with that one. Marcina got a comment. She says, "Seem like the question is." What is the definition of a leader? That is the question.
There it is right there.
Well,
who that is?
That was me 30 minutes ago. But I guess
we go back and forth.
That was
I have
me.
No definition.
We need a definition.
We do
because
we do have to have a common agree. You know what I'm saying? So we have a conversation.
Yeah. So
and that's why we just go back and forth.
Yeah, we can go back and forth all day with our opinion without a common definition. Because we have not defined. We haven't defined what a leader is.
This is what it looked like.
But once you define what a leader is, then you can say
then y'all can agree
what a leader is. Absolutely. And this is why definitions and the meaning of words are so important.
Smart is
the new gangster. You're listening to the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club, the new morning show right here on 99 Jams the Berg, y'all. We appreciate y'all tuning in. Stay woke. You've been woke the whole time. While we got you, do you have a moment for some stay woke? You got something on the stay woke queue?
Man, you know what, brother John, you right though. I kind of been just woke the whole time. You know what I'm saying?
That's what you're supposed to do.
And it's like for me, I like my coworkers, right? My coworkers doing their thing.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I say coworkers. I say the ones because I'm self-employed, 1099.
Right.
But I'm contracted with a company.
Okay.
And I do sell their products.
Yeah.
But I love my coworkers sneaking on my Facebook page to get a glimpse of me.
Okay.
And so two of my dudes came outside. They be smoking, they be shooting, you know what I'm saying, water cooler talk. I go out there, you know what I'm saying? And one of them says to me, give me a message.
Okay.
And I lit up. Oh my God, you've been on my page. My last live said message to the black man.
It did.
And you want a message.
Yeah.
Snooping.
Is this a black man?
No, it's white guy.
Okay, international snoopers as well.
International snoopers, man.
Yeah. Satellites, all these.
I told him to keep the party going.
Yeah.
I told him to keep the party going.
So what was the message to the black man that you had?
The message to the black man was so deep, man. It was so nice, man. Tune in on the Facebook, man.
Okay.
More page, man. The message to the black man, was they ain't gonna stop doing it, right? And so it's our job. It's not our job to stand around and continue to be black men and say how the cards are stacked against us.
Okay.
Right? Because that's an example of our non-unification.
Okay.
Right. And so another message in the message of the black man was to get out of the Squid Games.
Okay.
Right. I utilized a conversation with my brother right in front of me. He says, "Hey, Reno, people don't talk about the Squid Games, man. I haven't watched it yet, but you heard about Squid Games?" I said, "Yeah, I seen it on timeline.
Yeah,
really popping. What's going on with the Squid Games, bro, John?" And he says, well, apparently they put them in a game where they can't really win.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like someone, like everybody dies." I said, I kind of took a deep breath like that. It made Brother John kind of look. I'm always animated, y'all. Y'all know y'all brother.
Yeah.
And he, I said, they got us playing a real life Squid Game.
Yeah.
Because what's the dope game, y'all? Everybody said that the dope game was either dead or in jail. And then everybody still went out there and played. It's a game.
It's a game.
And so I'm talking to our brothers, man, about creating a new Squid Game, but not a Squid Game that leads us to death.
Yeah.
Because if we're playing their game and it leaves us a dead in jail,
right.
Well, first of all, let's check our consciousness.
Right.
Because what's wrong with us when we're playing a game like this, but then they go a TV show that's entertaining us the same way?
But here's the thing about that game is they created circumstances that you see them, like they didn't just say, "Hey, I'm walking down the street. Hey, I think I want to play the Squid Game." They had circumstances and situations in their lives that like compelled them
to play the Squid Game.
To play the Squid Game.
God, it's too.
Yeah.
When they say art imitate life, man, these people who doing that, they said it to do it. They didn't.
It's like the illusion of choice. It's like you got a choice, but you really don't have a choice.
Hey man, my boy, I heard a young God say. He said to an elder. He said, "You say that God give free will. You don't give free will if He gave you commandments."
Okay.
He says, "Well, utilize a story then. What you mean?"
Okay.
He says, if the man kills somebody at 19 years old and go to prison for 30 years, will he get out and do it again in the middle of the park like he did before? No, because he'll remember them 30 years. So them 30 years will regulate his judgment.
Yeah.
And when God telling you it's a punishment for killing people and doing wrong, you are already regulated. I said, go ahead, young God.
Yeah.
Man, real bars, man.
Free will because you have commandments. Well, that's the game.
That's the game.
We talk about the game because you have freedom within boundaries. Every game, you have a certain degree of freedom, but you also have boundaries with that confines that freedom.
So, message to the black man: if the game is set up for you to only sell, and that's not only, but for the most part, coke, heroin, and weed. These are three things that black men are selling, and there's an entire periodic table. Like the fight, like that's why we got to get ready to fight in another 100 years or so, because we have to put our children in a different position, and we are.
Definitely.
Because our grandfathers was a man who said that they was gonna stop having to just be looking at the ground when white men walk by.
Yeah,
and look at us now.
Yeah,
you see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so our actions 100 years now need to be lining our children up for a real deal situation, because you got to think about it. When we're largely being employed by people, those people don't want us to not be employed by us.
Yeah.
They, you know what I mean? They want us to be working for them.
Yeah, that's right.
And so when we start building big cubes and hiding our people in those cubes all day long with very good salaries, then we stop asking for affordable housing.
Okay.
Because we've created the conditions for our people.
Right.
But when we don't create the conditions for our people, then we're in line asking another people to feed our people.
Yeah. No, I'm with you on that.
The drug dealer who gets a lot of drugs in his city, he feeds a lot of people. And when he goes to prison, that's a whole economy gone. Now it's the economy that they created for ourselves, right?
Yeah.
So it's time for us to create another economy for us. The asphalt is on the periodic table. Concrete is on the periodic table. Iron is on the periodic table. Coal tan is on the periodic table. It is not our job to only just sit here and sell those 3 things that come out the ground.
Give it to him. That's a message to the black man. Sharonda, she got a comment on here. She said, I don't agree on the leader. I look at them as advisors because some people don't agree with what everyone is doing. So do that really make them a leader? Leadership is to make or allow people to follow. Most people have their moments when people can agree to disagree. Does that create a leader or leadership upon one community? Who's to decide that one is the voice of all black people? Who is to decide that one is the voice of all black people?
Black people.
Black people decide who is the voice for black people.
Black people, they didn't decide that yet.
Yeah, but I think who's the voice for white people?
Who the voice for the LGBT community?
Yeah, they don't have a voice.
They don't have one. They just together.
They just
So that's an illusion away from one person, huh? Just get together.
I don't think it's one person that speaks
just
for
get
that
together.
Community. Yeah, they just get
and
together.
so that's what creates the stagnant energy between us. Is that we're waiting for another black leader.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Don't wait for another black leader. Become the black leader yourself.
As long as you're not an entertainer, though.
As long as you're not an entertainer.
See, that's what you lost me.
No. It's a collective. It's a collective because when a comedian joins everyone else, it's not the comedian's not a leader. Everyone is the leader. See what we're saying? We're saying that everybody collectively is our leader, but not one person.
But if everybody in this room and ain't nobody stepping up, ain't nobody saying they're gonna do it, and the comedian step up and say, "Look, I'll do it." That don't make the comedian a leader because
I just mean the comedian doing the leader job.
Okay. We need a definition. We need a definition of what a leader is.
We just having fun, y'all, man. We understand who lead though, man. Real people lead, man. But just understand that the mindset of our consciousness right now is really whacked out. And you got to understand this for the minority on the planet Earth to be controlling the majority. That means that the minority had to make the majority insane.
Yeah.
A lot of these thoughts that's coming through our minds right now are insane thoughts because they help perpetuate our conditions.
True.
You see what I'm saying?
True.
And so, yes, understand that a lot of our thoughts come from an insane position. Hell, we're not even properly educated. Watch what happens to the planet when we get properly educated. Who's gonna do the education, y'all? We is.
Yeah, we is. And then it'll be all right for us to just talk how we talk.
Man, look here, you only not talking the way you talk because you employed by them, and half of everybody else is what? Scared of a trip.
Ooh.
They scared to ruin a trip. You gotta imagine like the Haitian brothers. Our Haitian brothers stopped fearing death. They started looking at death as an honor to get back to their ancestors.
Yeah.
And so they start being not afraid of dying. We are regulated through our fear of death.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? But then our ancestors taught that death was the beginning.
Yeah, but then somebody else taught us another idea about
that
what
was
death
them.
Was that caused us
the conqueror.
Yeah,
the conquerors retaught y'all.
So,
that's why we have to reteach ourselves.
So, no, you don't want to die.
Yeah,
it's gonna be worse than this.
That's why listen. That's why they put in their book that suicide was bad.
Okay,
because they're trying to regulate you here on earth to create a heaven for them here.
Oh my God, come on, you talking that talk, man. All right, so listen, y'all, there's ways you can support local radio. And for those who are tuning in late, if you came into the broadcast late, you can watch the replay. You can do that on Facebook.com.
Catch us on a replay.
/ Tampa Bay Breakfast Club. You can also listen online, 99jamstheberg.com. Click that listen live button. You can also go to the TuneIn radio app and find WUJM 99 Jams. Again, if you like to donate, you can do that today. We encourage you to donate to advertise your business or sponsor a show. If you're doing a live event, please reach out to us. You can have the radio station come out and broadcast
AKA
live.
Holla at your boy.
You know what I'm talking about? And we'll come out and broadcast live, man. Just hit us up, 99jamstheberg.com, man. You listen to the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club. All right, so what you got for the people to do this week? Any announcements, anything coming up? Any your soapbox moment? What's the policy of the week?
The policy of the week, man.
What's the give us the game,
the
man.
Policy of the week, Brother John, is though there are people, our elders, they lost a lot of money in 2008, their retirement money.
Yeah.
But what happened, we had a bull market. Bull market, meaning that the market just went up and we had no correction since 2008.
Okay.
We are living in a correction right now. And so people who are close to retirement, they don't have the next 20 years or 10 years to get that money back. And so, yes, I do have the number one financial advisor in a 143-year-old company in my back pocket. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And we are lucky to have him in the office in Clearwater. You know what I mean? He's already helped people in our community like save their retirement funds, man. Because again, you know what I mean? They old people, they've been looking forward to retirement, but what they did not know is that the toilet was going to get flushed days before their retirement, aka their retirement funds.
Right, and now you're trying to build that back up.
And now you're trying to build it back up.
The time it took for you to build that up, you don't have that time.
You don't have that time.
So
we have that time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We got another 20 years of working inside of us.
But you have a policy and you have a way that you can help people who are in that situation.
And more so, a policy is just really helping with the retirement. You know what I'm saying? It's a way of tax. It's a tax-free retirement.
So it's a conversation that needs to be had.
It's a real deal conversation that needs to be had. So if y'all know anyone that's close to retirement or who has retired and looking at their money just fall down, man, holla at your boy, man.
Real deal. And Pinellas Opportunity Council, y'all, they're now accepting applications again for the summer 2022 youth development program. The services that they're providing include pre-employment skills training. They also include some monetary incentives. Let's see, and the eligibility, you got to be 14 to 17 years old. And we actually posted the information on the St. Pete community calendar page. Caller, you on there? What's on your mind?
Take me over here, please.
Okay. Oh, he wasn't calling to be on the air. we got a live show and people call in and we just put them on the air because we figured that you calling to be in on the show because you called the number for the live show.
we thought that you wanted to holler at your boy and the crowd.
We thought you wanted to be live on the air. All right, so e-learning coaches. E-learning coaches help families to master technology so students can get success online. It's actually a program that they have for the Pinellas County schools. There's a digital equity initiative between the Pinellas County Schools and the Education Foundation. E-learning coaches will provide free individualized coaching sessions to families after hours using multiple platforms. They'll come to your house. They'll do emails, chats. Yeah. To bridge the digital divide. We was lifting this up when COVID broke out. Remember our
Yep. We went in, boy. We went in.
But this is come on, man. You know how they do us. You know how they do. So nonetheless, to bridge the digital divide. Now, see, I'm gonna read it again. Now you can remember, Reno. So you forgot. E-learning coaches provide free individualized coaching sessions.
Mr. Edmonds say, tell the story. Mr. Edmonds say, tell the story, brother John.
We got to tell the story.
We have to tell the story.
Yeah, because this wouldn't be happening.
Wow.
If we didn't believe and do good.
Believe and do good, bro, John.
We just believe and do good.
Believe and do good, bro, John.
Nonetheless, it's one way to promote 100% student success by providing equitable access to families to PCS devices. Remember that? PCS devices and applications, and get help with free. Now you see it. Get help with free internet connections. Remember that? Email, and the program is designed to help your child complete schoolwork online. Again, it's Pinellas County schools, and they will be able to provide you with some support around that.
Wow.
All right, we got to land.
Is that Josie and the Prison Cats? Wow.
99 Jams.
This is Don J, of course. Okay. You know, I need to talk to you off air, brother John. Okay.
I got you.
Shots out to Mr. J, man.
Mr. J, you got
I know it's a live show, but let's go off live to the other side. Thank you, sir.
Okay, no doubt. I got you. All right, y'all. All right, so man, so that was that one. We got the e-learning coaches. You got the information about the Pinellas Opportunity Council Summer Youth Development Program. Also, Florida Rising Statewide People's Assembly last night. I think were you able to get on?
I was on for a little bit. Yes, sir. I was heading to my last appointment of the evening, man.
That's how it works, man. Multitasking.
Oh yeah, absolutely. That's what we have for.
Yeah, and so just continue in that vein. So next Thursday we're gonna have Caprice Edmonds. She's gonna join us.
I hate that most of the time I was on the phone. The Spanish lady was talking though. That's when I was on the call.
You got to hit the button. They got interpreters. So yeah, because look, we practicing language justice.
I thought that I was already in the breakout room.
No.
They put me in Spanish, but that's how I rolled and I seen you on the call. I was like, yeah. Man, I forgot.
No, we have interpreters on these calls.
Yes,
man.
They do.
Like
yes,
we got Spanish and Creole.
And Creole.
Interpreters, man.
Yep.
Like it's statewide. We trying to, speak the language of the people, man.
Hey, man, I can't wait to reverse engineer this.
Yeah, I'm telling you. And that's why I'm lifting it up. So on the 7th, we actually have Caprice Edmonds. She's going to be joining us for a conversation about what's happening in the Pinellas County
Boy, that work she doing in our school board, man.
It's phenomenal.
Boy, that work she doing in our school board, y'all.
Yeah.
Let me tell y'all something with what y'all did. Y'all did a real good thing by sending her to the school board, y'all.
Yeah, we did.
We did a real good thing for our kids, man. And we got somebody that's in a champion for our children. Understand what a champion is. A champion is someone that you need to find in every group to help what? Help you with your cause.
Yeah.
And so you have a real good champion in that one Caprice Edmonds, man. Really doing a thing for our children, man.
Yeah, she's doing it for real, man. And so she's going to be joining us on the 7th. We'll put a link and everything on St. Pete community calendar. You also be able to get a link on the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club. Also want to give a shout out to the Childs Park Neighborhood Association. We did our neighborhood walk the 4th Saturday of every month.
Okay.
We had Urban Yoga Foundation.
I used to
come
do
out.
that.
Yeah, you used to.
I used to do that, man.
We got you in the pictures. You was in that. Look, you was in the inaugural group.
I'm on the sign-in sheets.
You was in the inaugural group that kicked that thing off, man.
Understand this, y'all. That I told my brothers them this, man. Even with this show, I have to constantly maintain my thought process of not complaining and creating the weak energy of, man, I wish I was. No, you don't throw weak stuff out of the universe. You have to understand I've been fighting for over 5 years to get back to doing what I'm doing.
Yeah, that's
you
right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
And it's like I would not put a barricade of weak energy in that to create that migration from it.
Man, listen, we call it prioritizing, man. Yeah, that's all that is. If you got 10 things to do, one of them got to be done first. That's all. That's all I'm saying. And the one you decide to do first,
it takes priority over everything.
It takes priority over everything else. And here's the mistake that a lot of us make is we misprioritize things. And the thing that should be done first, we do it last.
Wow.
And you wonder why you get the results you get because you're doing number 8, 9 level stuff.
I love my
team.
Number
1, 2 stuff.
I love my team. I know y'all love my team too. Man. We love my team, boy.
So we ain't mad at you for prioritizing the work. You know what I'm saying?
It's just fun when we get on the jump board together.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Y'all know about jump board. Like,
man, we speaking cold language right now, man. This
right,
dog whistle talk.
That's right.
A lot of people smiling right now.
Curveball, jump board. Come on, man. Like we know these things. So Mama Blue say, call us. She got us. Not old people, elders. I'm gonna take Travis's comment. I like this one. He said the locust has no leader. They fly and gather together. They don't kill each other on the way. They fly together. There's absolutely lessons in nature. You can study the ants. That's what it say.
Our ancestors said that the creators put the animals on the planet to teach us how to live.
Wow.
You see what I'm saying? That's why you have an animal channel, so they can study all these different insects and different animals, and then they describe them in human behavior.
That's why we have it, but that ain't why they made it though. They saw it as a market that was profitable, and they just come on, capitalism.
Hey, listen,
they did not create Animal Planet for the reason you just said.
Our ancestors, they mapped all the stars.
That's why you got an animal. That ain't why you got an animal channel. That's why we should be using it, but that ain't why they made it. Oh yeah, we need to listen to the ancestors. Let's create an animal channel. No,
but this how they still though, man. Listen, man. Listen, our ancestors. Look at the Dogon tribe. Yeah. The Dogon tribe found the Sirius star thousands of years before they even hit the human eyeball.
Yeah,
you see what I'm saying? Our ancestors, right? And so our people, they mapped all the stars and the constellations. They copying your people right now to this day. It's called NASA, y'all.
Oh man,
you see what I'm saying? It's just called NASA.
Everything. So listen, man, again, you listen to the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club. We want to shout it out one more time and really encourage you all to come out.
Come on down, y'all.
Come on down to the 6th anniversary celebration and fundraiser. Saturday, April 2nd. It's 12 p.m. to 8 p.m. It's going to be a live and virtual event. 50-50 raffle, refreshments, entertainment, vendors, hosted by the one and only Shauna B, King Russell, Wayne Stoddard, Sojo, Undercover Rasta, man, and so many more international and local artists. And then followed by, I think at 9 o'clock, we heading over to the Manhattan Casino for the awards banquet. It's actually the first annual 99 Jams Awards banquet. We're going to recognize some people in the community who've done some stuff. We get to put on some clothes, come out, have a good time with your people, man. Final thoughts, King Ree.
Hey, man, my final thoughts, man, is be around. You know what I'm saying? Like, be around who though, Reno? Man, be around your people. You know what I'm saying? All skin folk ain't your kin folk. Yeah, we don't heard that before. But right now, these are the times, man, it's going to get real gangster. You know what I'm saying? Since it's going to get real gangster, you have Joe Biden getting ready to raise our interest rates at least 6 times this year. We almost have Canadian dollars by the time y'all go Christmas shopping. You see what I'm saying? It's only been raised twice since Obama. And so it ain't Biden's fault, but understand that Obama bailed us out.
Yeah.
It's not an attack on Obama. Trump bailed us out. The bailout gone.
Yeah.
And so we have to soak in this. And this is going to create a depression.
Yeah.
If you want to know how we need to be moving, y'all, start paying attention to the 1920s. Sankofa, your movements, y'all. Understand that they gave out loans in the 1919s, 1920s, and that funded the Harlem Renaissance.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? Marcus Garvey went to prison because of checks.
Yeah.
Mail, y'all.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? And we're going through the same thing right now, man. But at the end of the 20s, we were told to give up all our gold to help recoup the government, y'all. 1933s because of a depression. And so it's coming, y'all.
Yeah.
It ain't a game. They are starting this war on purpose, y'all.
Right.
And so let's tighten up.
Yeah, no, I'm with you on that. I'm just kind of horseback ride. You know, I ain't messing with the pig. I'm a horseback on that one. But yeah, I think really getting our head out of the clouds, man, and understanding like we got some thinking to do for our future and some actions that need to follow that, man. And like really considering the time, being mindful of the time, not just like, okay, because I got to go to work, but like our lives are dependent on it. Our future is dependent on it. Our children, our grandchildren, they're counting on us in this time. We are the them of our time. When we say they ain't gonna let it happen, they gonna make sure that this, like, we are the them, we are the theys, and we got to be really more mindful of our duty and accept the responsibility. Look, it's more needs to be done and needs to be said. It's the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club. I'm your brother John.
We are the them.
And we are
WUJM, St. Petersburg.
Gospel lovers, are you ready for some church? The Angels Gospel Show is back with a bang. Bringing to you gospel with live interviews, scriptures, inspirational topics, inspirational events, and hot gospel music of all types. Coming to you live from the
Agape Souls Boutique. High-end boutique looks and quality with affordable pricing. Located at 6025 Martin Luther King Street South in St. Pete. Choose from our amazing selection of stylish, fashion-forward heels, wedges, boots, children's shoes, accessories, and much more. You can shop now and pay later, interest-free with Afterpay. Subscribe to our website and get huge savings on our latest products at AgapeSoulsBoutique.com. For more information, call 727-379-1318. Come give your feet the royal treatment and check us out at Agape Souls Boutique today.